Okay, so Stephanie, our wonderful facilitator of distance Reiki, can you tell us what is Reiki? What is distance Reiki specifically?
I'd love to. Reiki is a very ancient healing modality. And so it taps into what we know as a universal life energy. You may also have heard it being referred to as chi, prana, golden light, or even cosmic energy. It's just in reference to a larger source energy. That's where we're taking this or channeling this healing energy from. And so, as a practitioner, I am just channeling this energy. Nothing comes from me. I'm not giving clients anything on your end there. So, it's just about being able to channel this energy and sending healing to clients. Typically, Reiki is done in table work, which is in person. And so, you would just lie down in a restful state and my hand would go over your chakra energy centers. And it's normally done with minimal to no contact, but sometimes there is a light touch on your centers that we're working on. But with distance Reiki, it's a very different experience because we are not physically together. And so the way Reiki is sent through distance is beyond our physical experiences with time and space. So with Zoom, even, I'm not sending it through Zoom. So the Zoom is nice because it brings us together. We can see each other and we kind of have this connection with our physical selves. But I'm not sending it to you through there. We are doing it more so on a soul level, if that's easy to understand or even conceptualize. And the healing is sent that way.
That's a really clear explanation. I'm really glad you
Hope it makes
specified.
sense.
Yes, it's not through the Ethernet cable or anything, but it's really
Exactly.
clear. Yeah. So why then should someone who is going through cancer treatment, is post-treatment, or even a caregiver or a bereaved person give Reiki a go?
Um, Reiki has the power to heal oneself. So you could do it with yourself and with others. So it can send healing to anyone based on wherever you are in your journey and whatever you need to be healed in that moment in time. And so anyone in the cancer experience can benefit from the Reiki healing, even children. So there's no limit to age or physical state. It can be sent with anyone. It's that powerful. It's really a source of energy that can bring healing to anyone. And that's why it's something that can be really impactful during this time.
This is a little bit off script, but we offer primarily the group sessions at Gilda's Toronto with you. Is there a difference or a benefit, a negative to the group versus the one-on-one sessions?
Um, so the way the healing happens in a group is I don't really know who is experiencing what when I'm sending the healing. So because we're all together in imagine this cosmic space, uh your needs come to me and I know what is needed, but I don't always know who is needing it. And so at the end of our sessions, when it's a group, there is a lot of sharing that takes place. And so clients always share first how they felt, what it was like, and then I will share what the experience was for all of us in the healing. And so from that, we kind of can tell or share who that was for. In a one-on-one, everything's for you. I don't have to guess. I don't have to share everything and not know who it's for necessarily because it's very targeted to who, like you yourself. I would say that is the main difference between the individual and group sessions.
Thank you. I will say, as an observer, it's very beautiful and powerful at the end of the group sessions when you describe the experience through like a scene that comes to you, or maybe we can call it a vision. I'm not sure how you describe it, but it's very cool.
Yeah, and it's very different for everyone. Not everyone has a visual experience. And so I just find that and some people do have a very visual, but it's very strange and they don't know what to make of it. And so creating that picture kind of helps um, in how clients receive that energy so that they can ground it for themselves.
Thank you. Is there any evidence or research supporting Reiki for cancer support?
There is. Cancer is a very big, broad experience. And so research is very specific when it comes to trying to isolate the effects of Reiki for a very broad data sample of people, right? Overall, I can say that there has been research to show improvements in general cancer symptoms like fatigue, depression, anxiety, even the management of side effects of treatment and different drugs. Pain management is a big one too. But there are a few other specific studies, like some studies look at the effects of Reiki on children with cancer. And um, there was one done in Rome, Italy, for their National Cancer Institute, and it looked at radiotherapy on, um, I can't remember the name of the cancer, but it was the neck. I wrote it down. It's on head neck neoplasia. I hope I'm saying it correctly. But they did find a very positive relationship between the effects of Reiki and managing that side effects. So some of the research is very specific, and if it's not necessarily your cancer, it could be very easy to dismiss it because it's sort of like, well, that's not my experience. I'm not feeling that. But if you look at the effects of it in a more broad sense in terms of the data, it's hard to capture because cancer is so big, but there are general positive side effects for everybody in the cancer experience, right? Bereaved caregivers. We're all, a lot of people experience those symptoms, fatigue, anxiety, depression. And so those are the key takeaways I would give for looking at where the research is connecting the relationships between Reiki and the cancer experience.
Thank you. So, if I'm participating for the first time, what kind of equipment do I need?
It's really depending on what you need. So I will always tell people just bring yourself to a relaxed state because what you want is to remain open to receive the healing energy. It really depends on physically how you're feeling. Also, if you've done energy work like this before, some people are very sensitive to it. So you might want to give yourself props to give you support in your back and ground your feet to the floor. A lot of people like to lie down, right? So anything that helps you relax that way. Some people do on the floor, their couch, their bed. You can remain seated. Some people keep the lights on, some keep it off. So it's really depending on your needs and how you can self-monitor in the session as well. If you need props like pillows or eye covers, that's also something you can bring to your experience. But it really depends on what your body needs in that moment.
Okay, that's really good to know as well about how previous energy work can impact future
Mhm.
energy work that you do. Thank you. Okay. So now for the volunteering chunk here, what does volunteering at Gilda's Toronto look like for you?
So far it looks like a once a week commitment. And so it's very reasonable in my perspective to give that time to others I can help. And so the overall volunteer experience that way is very easy to manage because it's something that requires uh like a minimal commitment of your time if it's something you're passionate about. So just being able to block off that time for yourself and others for what you're committed to with volunteering makes it really easy, I say.
And why do you choose to volunteer with us at Gilda's?
I do have a personal connection to the cancer experience, and I am a Gilda's member. And so Gilda's helped me in very different levels from the start of my cancer experience. And so it's something that I very value and a community that I'm love to give back to. Overall, Gilda's just been a very positive experience. I know everyone's coming with a very negative background. There's a lot of big feelings that are on the bad side of things, but um, this is what Gilda's is for, and that's why I do it. And it's a very deep, connected community that I'm very happy to be part of.
We're happy to have you. Would you recommend volunteering to others? It sounds like yes.
Of course. Yeah. And like Gilda's offers so many different capacities of volunteering. It doesn't have to be a weekly commitment. Some of the events are really fun, and you can just go in and just help others and just get to know members and other people in this community. So it's really whatever is easy for you so that it doesn't feel like a burden or extra work. It can be really fun. There are a lot of fun events that you guys host. And even if you just do that once a year or, it's a program, you do it once a week, it really depends on your capacity. But I think there's something for everyone who wants to give at all. It's very easy to be a part of, I would say, in that respect.
Thank you, Stephanie. Before I press stop recording, is there any other thoughts or anything you want to share?
Um, not so much right now. No, it's such a good experience. I just hope that future members are able to find something that they need in that moment. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Stephanie.
You're welcome.